Hello Nigeria, welcome to Newsline on this beautiful Sunday. I am Becky Madujemo. Among the deliciousness we have cooked up for your delight tonight are the overwhelming benefits of breastfeeding, a must-watch for would-be mothers. Now, water transportation is an integral part of the megacity that Lagos has become. However, a lot still needs to be done, and stakeholders in the water transportation sector will be talking to us. Meanwhile, there are some sawmillers who, by virtue of what they do, are wreaking havoc on the environment. How and why their activities are a threat to the ecosystem will be brought to the fore. Also in this package, high-profile events and celebrations of people who have done well for themselves and others recently. This is not to say it's all goody-goody. The horror stories are embedded somewhere. Yes, strange things happen every day. The mysterious deaths of 3 children and an update on the accident victim are cringe-worthy features. How about the news first? Lydia Bassi, over to you now.
Thank you, Becky. We're starting the news on a very sad note. Governor Willie Obiano has assured residents of Anambra State that the perpetrators of the dastardly act that claimed the lives of 11 worshippers at St. Philip's Catholic Church, Ozubolo, in Ekusigo Council area of Anambra State will be brought to book. The governor gave this assurance when he paid an emergency visit to the church to ascertain the true position of things. Franklin Onyekachi has the details.
Governor Willie Obiano, who was debriefed by the parish priest, Reverend Father Jude Onwaso, and the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Garba Umar, described the killings as barbaric and totally unacceptable. He debunked insinuations of possible invasion of any sort. Governor Willie Obiano revealed that intelligence report links the shooting to a feud between some members of the community living outside the country.
I want to reassure everybody that from the preliminary investigation and from the briefings I received from the police, this is an isolated case. It's a case between 2 members of Amapwa community who are living outside Nigeria. You know, it's a tragedy that they had to carry that case to the church, and innocent people were killed and injured. So we're not going to relent until we bring whoever and the people that perpetrated this heinous crime to book.
The parish priest, Reverend Father Onwaso, who managed to escape through the back door, revealed that the incident took place at about 6:30 a.m. during a holy mass. Reverend Father Onwaso said an unidentified man wielding arms ran into the church and started shooting at worshippers. He confirmed that 11 parishioners died on the spot, while about 25 others who were injured have been taken to the hospital for treatment. An eyewitness, Mr. Stephen Ohamadike, also recounted their ordeal.
The young man with gun, I don't know where the guy just came from or who the guy is, entered inside the church and started harassing gun. So, but how I escaped, I lied down on the floor between the 2 seats. That is how God saved my life.
You are thinking that maybe I wanted to take something. I don't know actually what I messed up that way. But when I was escaping, I had another second round. It was after the first round. He started the second one. And I guess it was during the second round that he killed some people. Because when I came out from where I ran out, I discovered that some dead persons, about 5 persons already dead, and a lot of blood.
Governor Obiano later visited the injured persons receiving treatment at Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital in Nnewi, where he promised that the state government will pay for their hospital bills. The governor urged worshippers across the state to go about their normal activities, assuring them that security agencies are investigating the incident. From Ozubolo in Ekusigo local government area of Anambra State, Franklin Onyekachi, NTA News.
Still on the Anambra shooting. A Black Sunday it was today, as unknown gunmen invaded St. Philip's Catholic Church, Ozubolo, Ekusigo local government area of Anambra State, and opened fire on worshippers, leaving scores dead and many wounded. Benson Osadebe has a report. Please, the videos you're about to watch may be disturbing.
According to worshippers, the tragedy started when they wanted to on their generating set for worship, which was to no avail. They said the parish priest, Reverend Father Jude Onwaso, began the mass, and within a short time, unknown gunmen started shooting sporadically on them, causing chaos in the church, leaving some dead and many injured.
After the first reading, the second reading, the father's summary, then I believe in God. So we are praying that I believe in. They wanted to sing it, but father said no, we should read it out. So when we are reading it, we started hearing sound like doom. After that doom, we started hearing do 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 do.
So when I saw the Reverend Father, he just land up. So I thought I saw a man carry a gun.
On visiting the scene, the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Garuba Umar, who expressed shock over the incident, said the problem is a communal affair, but promised to leave no stone unturned to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book.
It was an in-house fighting. You know, they are natives from here, according to the story, which we are working on. And the fight was taken from, they brought into Nigeria, not only Nigeria, but Anambra State, not only Anambra State, to their home village, which is Amakwa of Zubulu. And not only to the home village, they took it to the home of the house of God, which is sacrilege.
On arrival to the scene and teaching hospital at Nnewi, Governor Willie Obiano, who described the act as a sacrilege, condoled the people of Ozobolo, urging them to remain calm with a promise to offset the bills of all the victims. Meanwhile, death toll has continued to be on the increase. From Ozobolo in Ekusigo local government area, Benson Osadebe, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned the Ozubulu church attack in Anambra State by a yet-to-be-identified gunman, describing the incident as an appalling crime against humanity and unspeakable sacrilege. Expressing his grief in a strongly worded statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, President Buhari said that there was no justification whatsoever to target church worshippers and kill them in cold blood. He said this kind of atrocity plumbs the depth of depravity and extreme cruelty of the kind that words cannot adequately express. We're now joined live with the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State. You're welcome on the program. Sir, what is the situation on ground at the moment?
So far, what we have the place has been produced, and that those who are injured are from area places that have been taken to hospital. And we have a number of casualties, and this was the area of health shown. They were affected to various places, especially the church and the environment in Amakwa. And I'm getting in touch with every stakeholder in this regard, and we are gathering intelligence on who is behind this act. And we're going to work on it, and we'll go after him whoever he is. Definitely with the intelligence information at our disposal, we are getting closer to him and we're taking on it.
Sir, so far has any arrest been made?
Not so far, but we have some, we invited some number of individuals, like we have 3 individuals with us who are assisting us with the information regarding the current. So we are making a headway and giving us a lot of information that will lead to the arrest of the protection.
Okay. Now, what assurances do you have for the people in the state?
I just want a situation where at least with them, every community and an individual religious group, they should avoid spreading rumors that because chaos within Anambra State and outside Anambra State. This the family act was carried out by an individual who has the motive based on the information that are available at our disposal. It was a kind of fight between 2 individuals of the same community, and it started outside Nigeria, which is important. They were not only important into Nigeria, it was both Anambra State. In fact, not only Anambra State, to take it to a religious house, a home, a house of God, is sacrilegious. But assurance members of the public go about their duties, to do their businesses without fear. It is rest assured that we will continue to provide adequate security as we have always been doing. So every Nigerian, we make sure that we provide our state security. And this assurance that you're welcome by the public. Yes, our deployment, I think the way we acted, and they are appreciative of what they have done. This is probably asked not to unpunished. And we're going to go after it, and we're going to go whoever that is behind it, and again we'll bring them to justice.
Thank you, Commissioner of Police. Thank you for coming on the program. We're talking with the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State. Moving on now, still on the Anambra shooting. The ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, has condemned the attack on St. Philip's Catholic Church in Ozobolu, Ekusigo local government area of Anambra State, describing it as callous and barbaric. A statement by Bolaji Abdullahi, National Publicity Secretary of the party, commiserates with the Catholic Church and called on the security agencies to ensure that the perpetrators of this heinous crime are promptly brought to justice. It further urges security agencies in Anambra and other states to provide adequate security cover in all places of worship to avoid a repeat of the unfortunate incident. President of the Senate, Abubakar Bukola Saraki, has expressed deep sadness over the massacre that occurred at St. Philip's Catholic Church, Anambra State, today. In a statement signed by his special advisor on media and publicity, Yusuf Olaniyonu, Saraki stated that the killing of worshippers represents the purest kind of evil, stressing that security agencies must not stop until the perpetrators are brought to justice. In the same vein, Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Bello Dambazau, has condemned in strongest terms the killing of worshippers in a church in Anambra State and has resolved to identify and deal with the perpetrators of the dastardly act. He commiserates with the government and people of the state. Similarly, Governor of Adamawa State, Muhammadu Jibila Bindo, in a statement by his special assistant, media, Makole Hunahashi, says the attack is sacrilegious and totally unacceptable. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, has restated the commitment of troops in bringing an end to Boko Haram insurgency. Herman Jabani reports that, that the Chief of Air Staff was speaking while addressing newsmen after a closed-door meeting with his lieutenants in Maiduguri.
The closed-door meeting had in attendance Air Officer Commanding Tactical Air Command Headquarters, Air Vice Marshal Mohammed Idris, Commander 105 Composite Group, Air Commodore Tajuddin Oladele Yusuf, among other top-ranking Air Force officers. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, said this meeting seeks to come up with effective operational tactics to scale up the ongoing operations and to ensure precision in airstrike to prevent civilian casualty.
We want to assure Nigerians that we continue to do our best. We are working around the clock with the support of government. We have reactivated a number of airplanes, some of which are here flying in Maiduguri, and some are in different locations also flying and fighting to make sure that our society is secured, and we'll continue to do that.
He commended the effort of host communities, but however called for more information sharing, adding that a confidence-building mechanism to ensure civil-military relations is on towards ensuring success of counter-insurgency operations. In Maiduguri, Hamman Jabani, NTA News.
Acting President Yemi Osinbajo has commended Nigerians who have continued to excel in their chosen career within and outside the shores of the country, saying Nigeria is bound to reach the top globally. A statement by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the President, Office of the Acting President, Laolu Akonde, indicates that this was while he received Dr. Oluyinka Olutoye, a U.S.-based doctor who successfully led a medical team that operated on a fetus, winning United States and global acclaim. It adds that the acting president said the country would produce the best in every way if well managed. It knows that this could be achieved through effective management of available resources and diversification from mono economy. Minister of Power, of Works, Power and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, says Nigerians must adopt the culture of energy management in order to have stable and uninterrupted power supply. He was speaking at a forum organized by the Petroleum Club in Lagos. Joy Ken Abakboya has the details.
The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, said the power roadmap of the present administration is geared towards achieving increased, stable and uninterrupted energy. This roadmap, he said, resulted in the 6,000 megawatts generated in the country as of last week.
When I assumed office, we were told the transition problem is the biggest problem. It is this, it is that, we can only generate 5,000 megawatts. The simulated capacity of the transmission station is 6,300 megawatts.
While calling for support and patience from Nigerians, the minister said the power recovery program will bring solution to the problems that have plagued the sector for a long time.
And the end of the road really is uninterrupted power. Uninterrupted power then means that we become more efficient in how we use energy, we become more disciplined in how we manage energy. We don't an energy asset. We don't damage energy assets.
Babatunde Fashola, however, charged stakeholders in the power sector, especially the distribution companies, to live up to their responsibilities. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
And now to Nasarawa State. Nasarawa State government is partnering Federal Capital Territory Administration to ensure the completion of Karshi-Abuja Road to ease congestion on Kefi-Abuja Highway. Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura said this while inaugurating the first phase of the road project from Tudunwada near Kefi to Karshi in the FCT. Joshua Ojito has the details.
Inaugurating the first phase of the road, Nasarawa State Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura said construction of network of roads in Karu is to ease pressure on Kefi-Maraba-Nyanya Highway by providing alternative routes for commuters. The state government is also embarking on slope upgrade around the Karu axis through the provision of infrastructure that will fast-track development in communities around the Federal Capital Territory.
Our mindset is on keying into smart city concept. We're not just building residences here and there. We are also mindful of the status of areas that are within and around the Federal Capital Territory, within the concept of the development.
His Excellency. In the meantime, Governor Almakura presented staff of office to the Emir of Karshi, Alhaji Sani Muhammad Bako II, where he advocated constitutional role for traditional rulers in the country in view of their contribution to peace building. From Karshi in Karu local government area of Nasarawa State, Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
And in Abuja, civil servants have been urged to remain dedicated and prayerful in order to make visible their contributions to nation building. This was part of the message to Nigerian workers as they converged on Living Faith Church, Jahi, to mark the 2017 Federal Civil Service Week. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday was there.
Songs of praise and worship, joyfully echoed by the civil servants in thanksgiving to God, who saw them through the past years, with the hope of more mercies in years to come. Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, delivered the goodwill message of the acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
We want to assure you that this administration will pursue everything necessary to ameliorate the suffering of workers, attend to their welfare, and ensure that this country is brought out of recession this year.
Lift up your voice and pray. Ask God to restore his health.
After a special prayer session for divine healing for Presidents Muhammadu Buhari and the nation, Pastor Chris Abraham delivered his message to the celebrants.
Our strength is in our diversity. And our unity will remain intact by the help of God.
When the head of the civil service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, had the floor, she commended the commitment of the workers and support from the nation's leadership.
So I want to assure civil servants that their continued loyalty and good conduct is not being taken for granted or in vain.
The Thanksgiving service is one of the activities marking this year's Civil Service Week. Adebola, Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
And now to Edo State. Being a world-class university is not just about infrastructure. It's also about molding skills and developing potentials of today's children to be key players in tomorrow's economy. For the management, staff and students of Edo University in Edo State, exposing the cultural heritage of the people and shifting attention to entrepreneurship development are fundamentals to a future stability when crude oil may be no more. Victor Odionacha reports that while the chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Pat Utomi, armed the students with tools to achieving economic growth, the students on their part thrilled the audience with their cultural diversity as they hold their 2017 Cultural Week.
These students from various cultural backgrounds are dressed in their cultural regalia to showcase the values of their people. Active Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Emmanuel Aluyo, said the Cultural Week is to make the children trace their background and be advocates of their tradition. He said the institution is highly committed to vocational skills for students to be self-reliant after their education.
We have so many graduates in Nigeria today who are unemployed, and the solution to that problem is to teach our students while they are still in school the spirit of entrepreneurship so that they can engage their hands when they leave school. They should not only be looking for employment, but if you cannot get employment, find something to do and you employ others.
For the chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Pat Utomi, lack of human capital and leadership development is largely responsible for the high-level poverty in the country and wants the youth to take up the challenge of creating a better country.
We should move systematically to training the teachers so that they have an entrepreneurship orientation and an entrepreneurial orientation even in the way they teach.
The students are happy for the opportunity to celebrate their cultures.
This is the first time in the school it's been celebrated, and in a grand style for that matter.
We had a seminar to which every student benefited. So I want to say a big thank you to the management.
In Iyamo Zarwe, Victor Odion Acha, NTA News.
Sports is next. Nigeria's Blessing Okagbare on Sunday night failed to qualify in the finals of the 100 meters women's race at the ongoing World Athletics Championship in London. She placed fourth in the semi-finals. Away from the championships in London, here is Amanzi Marcus with the sports update.
A quest to improve on their ATP rankings and win the 7 million naira top prize money from a prize money pot of 23 million naira. In the third edition of the Nigerian Communications Commission Tennis League got underway Saturday in Abuja, with Clifford Enosorogbe of Team Civil Defense in blue and white beating Emmanuel Idoko of Team Mula 7-5-6-3 in the men's singles. In Sunday's men's doubles, the pair of Joseph Ime and Nonso Madueke defeated Mohamed and Clifford Enosorogbe of Civil Defense 7-5-2-6-10-6, with debutants Team Mula winning the two-day tie 4-3.
So right now I'm so happy and really grateful to my teammates and others for winning this same team that won us the last time.
Minister of Budget and National Planning Udoma, who was special guest at the opening ceremony, said Nigeria is on the way to restoring her lost glory in tennis.
And out of it, they will have fun, but out of it, we can also groom future tennis champions. Hopefully, out of all this, the next Wimbledon champion might emerge.
As part of activities marking the 2017 Civil Service Week was a football match played on Saturday at the Abuja National Stadium, with women from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation in white defeating their Petroleum Resources Ministry counterparts 2-0 on penalties. Head of Service of the Federation, Winifred Eyoita, encouraged civil servants to embrace regular exercise for a healthy living.
And now a quick check on the weather forecast for Monday. You can watch this news live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. Newsline continues with Becky after this timeout. Don't go away.
We are losing her. We are losing her.
Don't worry. I'll save her.
Driver! What is wrong with you?
Building burned down.
What?
It was life or death.
He said, boy.
I've got the dog. Hey, Mr. Man, wake up.
Yeah.
My resignation letter, sir.
Warning, with so much Glow data, you may get carried away. These data plans are available to all new customers and existing customers who renew their plans. Dial *777#. The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data. Friday, 11th August is Free Data Day nationwide. Get 200 MB free data and make something happen.
Cadbury Bournvita now comes in an attractive new 500-gram refill pack. Simply open and reseal after use to retain the chocolatey and creamy taste. Cadbury Bournvita. Prepare to win.
With Happy Cover from Leadway Assurance, you'll be covered for, well, almost anything. From automobile cover...
Boys, play nicely.
...to house... ...to personal cover. All with one single premium.
Play nicely with your brother. That's it. We're going home.
That was close.
Yes. Luckily, I have Happy Cover.
Oh, I have Happy Cover too. Sorry about your house.
Actually, I have Happy Cover also, so... Maybe he needs happy. Live happy with Leadway Assurance. Ensuring happiness since 1970.
Why Abuja, the pace-setter and UNESCO-acclaimed world-class university, is the first choice of students. First university to take off with state-of-the-art structures and equipment. Benchmark, model, and reference point. NUC. Best law college in West Africa. NUC. Template for engineering studies. NSE. Modern medical college and a 21st century teaching hospital. Nigeria's #1 best private university in Google Scholar ranking. Third post-UTME screening, Saturday, 12th August 2017 at Afe Babalola University at Ekiti, Government Secondary School, Area 10, Gariki, Abuja, Port Harcourt Polytechnic, formerly River State College of Arts and Sciences, Port Harcourt. Afe Babalola Auditorium, Unilag, Lagos. For details, visit www.abuja.edu.ng. Email admission@abuja.edu.ng. Telephone 081-277-2121. Abuja, a vision in motion.
There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Hey, now who they here? My name now Mr. Shortcut. I dey mind my money. Now cheap one I dey buy. Standard, we sign. Now to buy cheap one. Hey, now one kind cable for my yard. A cheap building material where we take build my office. I think say I dey save money. Office building collapse and fire burn my house.
You don't see what happened to Mr. Shortcut? Well, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, don't ready for action and say enough of pain, loss and wastage. And if you see product where no dey correct, call the SON office where near you or SON help desk. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
Achievers always believe in 100%. Breakfast isn't complete without Chivita 100% fruit juice. Made from real natural fruits with no added sugar. So to be at your best, start every day the Chivita 100% way. With 100% quality, 100% commitment, 100% goodness, 100% achievement. Start your day the Chivita 100% way.
Thanks for staying on the line. Water transportation remains the oldest means of moving people and goods from one location to another. Despite the fact that Nigeria is blessed with abundant inland waterways, harnessing the full potential of this natural endowment has remained a challenge. Musa Toliat, who has been monitoring developments in the marine subsector in the Lagos area, reports on the challenges and prospects of water transportation in the state.
Speedboats arrive the various jetties at intervals with passengers from coastal areas around the metropolis to Victoria Island. This routine gives the impression of a water transportation system that is vibrant. But a closer look reveals a high level of improvisation where the available becomes the preferred.
Look at the type of boat we came with. Very rough. It's not decent.
You know, all these banana boats or also called speedboat, they are not good for transportation.
Our boats, who we are using it, is the boat very, good at this moment now. If government can help us, give us boats, we can pay back.
In Abuja local government area, for instance, there is a makeshift jetty begging for attention. Safety kits and infrastructure here are far from the standard.
What I'm putting on now, to me, is just for formality, because I don't think this is up to standard.
That's why they can look for better life jacket at the field. It will okay. If made them buying, they buy direct from last one.
Most of us, we went extra miles to buy, our life jackets.
Those who are in the authority, they should come and check. Okay, let us see the life jacket. It should not deceive us, but everybody, if you don't wear it, they say, "Oh God, why you don't wear life jacket? You must wear it." But they are using it for camouflage.
Both operators and stakeholders lament the inconsistent policy, especially in the areas of control of inland waterways, jetties, and double taxation.
The jetty has been built in Ikorodu for over 5, 6, 7 years now. Modern jetty, beautiful jetty, but it's not been commissioned. Why? There is a tussle between who owns that part of the land. Is it federal? Is it state? Therefore, a whole jetty built up to billions of naira is just there wasting.
The businessmen who really have money, they are scared of coming to invest their money where there's no constant policy. Double taxation issue has been sought out, so we have to go to the court for court to tell us who is the rightful custodian of the waterways, who is supposed to be in charge. And they told us the judgment was that it was newer.
The boat operators also advocate for proper channeling of routes and the need to attract investments in both manufacturing plants and fuel stations at strategic jetties.
Government needs to invest, they need to put landmarks so that people, the operators can actually move around.
Government needs to think about putting fuel stations at not just nearby. I'm talking about fuel station at the waterfront so that boats can drive there, fill their tanks and move on.
They are not impressed with government's near absolute concentration on road transportation. Does this mean that there is no budgetary allocation for water transportation development?
It has earmarked a good sum of money to provide new water boats and safe and well-equipped one that can even entice and attract people to travel that way. In terms of marine security now, we have had to invest in so many gunboats, all of that, to secure waterways, so that when we present a safe and sound system, then we can expect people to patronize that or to kind of utilize that more than the road.
No doubt the authorities watch that. If there are positive changes, we'll keep you informed. There is no doubt that environmental degradation is largely due to human activity. Some have argued that despite the negative impact of such activities, they are necessary for human survival and contribute to the growth of national economy. Can such activities be categorized as necessary evil? Annie Daniels came across a group of people in Lagos whose profession degrades the environment. They chatted with her on what they do, the implications and challenges. Let's meet them.
Popular Lagos mainland sawmill. Would you believe it was established over 100 years ago? Yes, this lumber place is over a century old and counting. If you think its many years of existence is impressive, check out the amazing setup of men and women who ply their trade processing wood from start to finish. The workers are a mixed grill of the young, the old, the uneducated, the undergraduates, and wait for it, the graduates.
This is the origin of timber business in Lagos State. This is a Nigerian business comprising every ethnic group. We have Hausas, we have Igbo, we have Yoruba, we have Calabar, we have Shekiri, we have Ijo, we have every type of Nigerians here.
Located at Abuja by Nigeria's famous Third Mainland Bridge, the Lagos Mainland sawmill is always a beehive. A first-time caller would wonder why the lagoon by the side of the sawmill is littered with logs, some of which are rafted. The handlers of the sawmill explained that the logs were routed through the lagoons and creeks from neighboring states like Edo, Delta, Rivers, and Ondo.
This wood now is called lakun, and it's heavy wood, and it's a sinker.
But it can sink.
It can sink inside water. Okay. Sure, you understand. So the process, when they are carrying it come, they use the floating ones to float it so that it will not sink.
All the way from Bayelsa to Edo State, Delta,
from that long distance to Lagos, it will not sink. True
to their claims, the location of the sawmill by the water saves them the hassles of moving heavy lumber inside the metropolis for processing.
The risk is too much because the distance is too long. Sure, you understand. You know, part of the reason, all these are our tire, this and that. Mostly our roads. They have been on that log, you have seen, for 2-3 weeks, even more. They've been on the lagoon, they are bringing it until when they reach here.
Now, let's focus on the workers. You can't imagine the number of people who make a living doing business related to wood processing here.
This now is the handwork. We can use it to make slippers, last, and you have many sizes, women, men, children.
Everybody working here, they are paid. We pay them. They earn something for daily need.
Wow, they have created quite a value chain. Talk about stimulating the economy. It is not all rosy though. The traders and sawmillers, however, say trade could be better.
Materials we are using for the sewing, saw, silver soda, everything we are using are imported. We have to buy it the way we see it. It can go up to you can buy one today, tomorrow it can go up. You have no choice. It must affect cost of production, cost of sales and everything. It must affect it.
An additional change they revealed is the environmental hazard that trails the burning of sawdust. In spite of these avoidable setbacks, the sawmillers have cause to be thankful.
This business has been before oil. Even it is enjoyable, if it is not enjoyable, you should have died. We are living by the business. We are taking care of our children, taking care of our family and everything out of the business.
They are contributing to national economy. However, he is hoping something will be done to reduce their impact on the environment. It was a fortnight ago that we featured the story of Julie John Paul in Asaba, who was given an acid bath by a lady who claimed she saw Julie's mother in her dream doing terrible things to her. Julie's face and parts of her body are devastated by the attack. She needs a lot of reconstructive surgery to get her face as near normal as possible. How far, so far? Elo Agbra visited her in hospital and brings back this update. Some of the visual content are graphic. We advise viewer discretion.
Surgery, which entails the removal of the dead cells from the foreskin layer, took a visiting surgeon from the Delta State Teaching Hospital, Gara, Dr. Cletus Otene, 2 hours to get this done with. Despite these efforts, Judy John Paul has lost an ear and eye to the acid baths.
The next phase will be skin cover, to provide skin grafts to cover her wound. So she might have to require left ear reconstruction as well. In addition to the skin grafting that we talked about, it's quite a large surface, and that will mean a series of surgeries still awaiting her. Her treatment will still go into millions of naira.
It is a staged surgery. If we had a measure, like the plastic surgeon said, they would have been able to cover a larger area at one surgery to minimize the number of surgeries she will have to do. But in the absence of that, they will have to do it several times, But that is not to say that we are not capable of treating her. She's going to get back on her feet. The left eye, she has certainly lost it. And the left ear, also the pinna is almost off. So, but she will get back, recover fully, and get back to work. She'll get back to school. The only problem she has now is that her parents are not able to foot the cost of the treatment.
The huge financial implication to get Judith John Paul fully treated, the family say they are grateful to God because her situation could have been worse.
I'm still appealing to the individual, federal and state governments. Anyone that can help us should help, because I'm going to undergo many surgeries, especially for my eye, and my parents can't afford it at all.
I need the federal government and the state government, our governor and the honorable members and individuals to come to my aid and assist me, because the bill is too much.
It is also heartwarming to note that the leadership and members of the victims' church, St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Okpanam, are lending a helping hand to ameliorate her plight.
Joy, honestly, is a very active member of the church. She's involved in the choir, she's involved in the youth. Daily, she's involved in the church life. So the church is really concerned about her.
Meanwhile, the police public relations officer, Andrew Anemeka, keeps us up to speed with the situation of the suspect.
The suspect is in detention now. She's in jail. But the case will be coming up in August.
Julie hopes to get her life back. She can, all she needs is the necessary support. Mystery is still shrouding the shocking incident of 4 missing children, 3 of whom were later found dead in a vehicle belonging to their next-door neighbor along Suraju Road, Tudunwada in Kaduna. Mohammed Umaru Ajinge reports that although investigation is still on, remains of the 3 who died have been laid to rest.
These 4 kids from one family got missing for good 5 days, prompting their parents to go out in search of them, hoping and praying that something bad did not happen to each one of them. But on the 6th day, the apprehension that engulfed the parents became real, as the kids were found inside this car parked in their neighbor's garage, with 3 already dead. Aminu Hashim is the father of the children.
We ransacked every place, every corner in the street. We could not locate them. My mom, my sisters, they entered the neighboring house where later the bodies of the children were found. My mom even used torchlight there because she saw two cars, I think, in the distance. She used torchlight to light the car to see whether there is anybody inside. But when she said, according to her statement, she didn't see anything inside that car. Around 3:30, so we were sitting by the side, that's in front of our neighbor's house where the children were found. Then our neighbor came out shouting kids inside his car. So I and my two brothers, we are the first to enter the house. It was a coupe car, so I have to lift the seat to see the remaining 3 kids. When I lifted the seat, I discovered that I saw lifeless 3 bodies. And these 3 bodies I saw lying lifelessly. One of them has a very severe injury in his head, and part of his private part was at that time bleeding. The greatest surprise was they left home with all their clothes and shoes, even with what we call hijab in Hausa. What I saw, this girl, Aisha Suleiman, without clothes.
The story has no doubt left a lot of people with doubt on their minds as to what exactly caused the death of the innocent children. But as destiny has it, God decided to spare the life of one of the kids, probably to tell the real story. However, effort to reach out to the survivor to hear her speak on what exactly happened was not successful. Police Commissioner Kaduna State Agiole Abe, who partook in interviewing the only survivor on what happened, comments.
While this investigation was going on, one material fact that we were hoping and praying for is the survival of the little 5-year-old who was in hospital, who miraculously survived. We conditioned her in the presence of her parents, and honestly speaking, her evidence was uncontradictory. She gave a vivid account of how they left home, how they went to see the neighbor who used to give them, they call him Baba E, sweet, and they couldn't, he was not home, so they now started playing in the garage of the car. Suddenly they found out that the car was not properly locked. She was the one that opened and first entered. Then everybody entered. She now jammed the door. The parents took custody of the children and buried themselves. They were not buried by the government. So I see no reason why somebody will make the insinuation that some part of the body were missing. Honestly, those are all assumptions.
As parents of the deceased continue to grieve over the monumental loss, people are still asking questions on how it happened and what follows afterwards. Effort will be intensified to hear from the neighbor and the only survivor.
It's indeed a strange world we live in. May their innocent souls rest in peace. Amen. This is a story of a young man in the prime of his life. He has told dreams of becoming an international star in the round ladder game. But one day he woke up and realized his dreams may not manifest because one of his internal organs, the doctors told him, was failing. Sadly, he may lose his life unless Joy Kena Bakboya has a heart-to-heart with him.
Jamachi Chukwuke, at only 23 years old, life was looking up for him. He already has an ordinary national diploma and was concentrating on his dream to make it big in football. He already had placement at a local football club. While pursuing his passion, Jamachi took up a job at a law firm. Everything was working out well until one day in March this year, something unusual was discovered.
I was I was going to work actually. So in my office I was feeling kind of pain on my leg first. Then I had to pull off my shoe. Then next thing I saw, my legs started swelling. So from there I had to go for checkup. And they said it was malaria, parasite, something like that. So from there I started vomiting blood, and he told me that I had kidney problem.
Since then, he has been in and out of hospital fighting for his life. His doctors say for Jamachi to get back on his feet, he requires a kidney transplant.
He has done dialysis with us and he needs renal transplant. All what I know, renal transplant will cost like 8 to 10 million.
I want Nigerians to actually help me and support me in any way they can.
For now, he depends helplessly on a dialysis machine 3 times a week to clear harmful wastes from his blood. Elizabeth, a widow, is Jamachi's mother.
6th of March, the whole thing started. And since then, we have been in the hospital for good past 4 months. We spent 4 months in the hospital. Dialysis here and there, dialysis, every week 105,000, just like that. It has never been easy. To the extent that I have to go on the road to even ask for help.
Despite this health challenge, Jamachi is determined to live and hopes to fulfill his dreams.
I would like to go back to football, to continue my dream actually.
But this can happen only if he gets a transplant.
He's a promising young man. He needs a chance to live his dreams. 2 types of celebration of love, a back-in-the-day recap, and cultural festivals form our social events page. Stay on the line for details while we take a break.
Look left. That's not me, but that girl is using me to download her HD movies. Look further down. Whoa, watch out. Phew, look left. See, that boy is also sharing me. Downloading Olamide's latest album. Now go, hey, look towards the house and you'll find me inside. Come on in. Mom's using me to have a laugh. And Dad's sharing me for a live match. He's loving it. Here I am. Whoa, gently, Dad. That's me. Come on, jump up, handsome. You found me. Hey, you. Let's get connected.
Connect from any network with Glow MiFi. Share and enjoy 4G data speeds on any 2G or 3G device nationwide. The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data. Friday, 11th August is Free Data Day nationwide. Get 200 MB free data and make something happen.
Xavier University School of Medicine offers a Doctor of Medicine program. 1-year pre-medical studies are done at the Baldwin University College in Ghana. Don't miss the opportunity to meet President here in Nigeria for on-spot admission and scholarship at Golden Royal Enugu on 8th August, Golden Tulip Port Harcourt on 9th August, Chelsea Hotel Abuja on 10th August, and Regent Luxury Suites Ikeja from 11th to 12th August 2017. Xavier is accredited by CAM HP and SCCM.
When your food is cooking, you should add a little salt. You can never go wrong with Dangote salt because it's refined, iodized, and so white, back so nice. You can never go wrong with Dangote salt. Oh yeah, put up, stir up, shake up, cook up. You can never go wrong with Dangote salt.
It's not just salt, it's Dangote salt.
The secret to my everyday radiance is that chocolate glow. It gives me confidence.
I'm gonna make my hair.
Congratulations, girl. Here is chocolate for you.
Chocolate.
I couldn't have asked for better. Chocolate waves come in different styles and sizes. It's 100% human hair, long-lasting and affordable. I just upped my game with chocolate waves.
Sweet life, chocolate hair.
Success. I always wanted to make something of myself.
even when I was a child. With So Clean, my mother made sure that my clothes were clean and bright. With a 30% concentrated formula, washing is faster, brighter, and cleaner. Like millions of families, mine also trust So Clean. With my clothes and with my career. Because when all eyes are on you, you have to look the part. So Clean. It's your time to shine.
So Clean. Now with a new look and stain magnet technology for even better stain removal.
Welcome to the new world of superb taste. Now here in Nigeria.
Everyone, try it and enjoy the delicious goodness.
We are bringing our new noodles to every corner of the country. That's right. It tastes great. It tastes fantastic. It's time for a new noodle.
Nigeria, you want the truly delicious taste? Come and get it! Be supreme, Nigeria.
Slow, madam. Arikowa. Good, carry on. Sit up. Akpan, now waiting be this. Hey, smart gun over here, don't switch again. Everybody want make I put them on top. You remember AJ smart connect me when I charge 100 naira, then go give me 800 naira. You know my brother. Now every end of the month, then go give me back all my recharge. Why don't recharge? As that time on us, from this one, no, we just jar out. That now over Jara back to sender. Over Jara back to sender. Mama, this is.
Buy an Airtel SIM and get back all your recharges as data bonus by month end on Smart Connect.
Hey! Alele.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. It contains all the nutrients a baby requires for healthy growth. It is proven that it decreases the risk of disease and infections. In babies and infants, however, if not exclusively taken, doctors say its benefits would not be total. The benefits of this product are so vital to the health of babies that the United Nations set a whole month aside annually to highlight its benefits. I'm sure you're wondering what this exclusive human produce is. Well, Annie Daniels, who has been looking into the matter, will tell us
what this is all about. I doubt that there is anyone who was not breastfed, all things being equal. Doctors say breast milk is healthy and hygienic. The best part of it, as we all know, is that it is free and readily available. Eunice Ahibe is a midwife. She is putting these women through on the essence and importance of breastfeeding.
As the child is being breastfed, the child has all the nutrients that helps for growth. You have protein there, you have carbohydrates, you have vitamins, you have minerals, fat and oil and water. So every nutrient that is needed for this child to grow properly is inside breast milk. None is higher than the other. So the baby hardly comes down with constipation. So the baby does not have diarrhea.
Having witnessed this session, I asked the midwife whether well-breastfed babies are likely to develop infections such as skin diseases and other allergies.
This child is not exposed to infection. So even if there is outbreak, you hardly find this baby contract this infection because they have high immunity, which has been conferred on them via breastfeeding.
Apart from this, she says breastfeeding creates something special between mother and baby.
When a woman is breastfeeding, you will see the baby is looking straight into the mother's eye. She's trying to identify, this is my mom. And you know, he or she is looking straight. You will see the rapt attention they are giving to that mother that is breastfeeding. They are looking straight into that woman's eye because they are trying to identify who this person is. And often they are seeing that their food is coming straight from this person. There is this connection. There's this bond that holds them together. And the baby tends to know that, okay, this is my mother. And then you find out that these babies that are well breastfed, they have higher IQ than those that are formula fed.
The benefits are indeed enormous. So I asked for how long a baby should be breastfed.
2 years. That is WHO rule. With it in the baby's mouth, the baby can still breastfeed.
However, for these benefits to be completely achieved, Exclusive breastfeeding is recommended for nothing less than 6 months at a stretch from the time the baby is born.
Exclusivity here means for 6 months, first 6 months of life, strictly breast milk, no water, no cereal. Everything is from that same breast milk.
Not many people know that breastfeeding, especially when done exclusively, has these other benefits for the mother.
It helps her womb to return, her uterus to return back to the what we call the pre-gravid state. That means the state it was before she became pregnant. So it also serves as a form of family planning for this woman, because the hormone that is responsible for breastfeeding, prolactin, is on the high side at the point of breastfeeding, and so it does not work together with estrogen that helps to produce the egg. So for this reason, as prolactin is on the high side, estrogen is lowered. So eggs are not produced. And it also helps to reduce the risk of breast cancers, ovarian cancers.
There are women who will never breastfeed their babies for fear of losing their breasts to sagging. Such women need not fear.
Whether you breastfeed or not, there's a point in time your breast will sag because you're growing old, so your breast is going to sag. Just use your normal, a good bra to pad your breast, and then you're fine.
What I always try to tell people is that they have to convince whosoever, their spouse in particular, to understand that there are benefits in breastfeeding, and they have to do that for the benefit of their child.
There you have it. Breastfeeding is excellent for mother and baby. The benefits are unquantifiable, and as the world celebrates breastfeeding throughout the month of August, nursing mothers are urged not to deny their babies this God-given natural food provided exclusively for them.
There is need to be reminded of the benefits of breastfeeding. The baby is always better for it. It is often said that there is reward for hard work. Having spent years of hard work to add value to the lives, students of Police Secondary School, Mina, decided it was payback time. They honored in grand style 7 and retired staff of the school who no doubt contributed and are still contributing to producing successful men and women across Nigeria. Momson Damian Dati will tell us about it.
Many years ago, a vision nurtured by the Nigeria Police Force to inculcate in young Nigerians the virtues of discipline, patriotism, ethics, and good morals, which was translated into action, gave birth to the first police secondary school in Mina, the Niger state capital. 25 years later, Police Secondary School Mina played host to businessmen, professionals, senior security personnel, and captains of industry, among others, all products of the school. It was a happy reunion for the old students of Police Secondary School Mina. Coming from different parts of the country and abroad, as the old students put together an award night and dinner to mark their silver jubilee. Special awards were presented to distinguished personalities, those that contributed to the growth and development of the school, including Lorebala Hassan, an on-air personality of the NTA headquarters.
It's a thing of joy for me today to see that the ex-students have grown so high. So many of them are in very good positions in this country.
I'm happy my own school recognized me after so many years.
What's doing at all is what's doing well.
The Silver Jubilee coincided with the 2016 National Parade with a lot of guests.
It's always pleasant to give back to the people. Way to go. That Nigeria is rich in culture is not an overstatement. With over 250 ethnic groups in the country, the rich culture seems to be a veritable platform to project and advance the nation's competitiveness in the cultural world. From Iwaru-Oka in Ondo State, Abiodun Oladapo tells us more about an age-long festival and the promise that such an event and similar others hold for the future of this country.
Anyikore Festival in Iwaru-Oka Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. The event always coincides with the annual Yam Festival, and it pulls a large crowd, mostly indigenes and non-indigenes. Anyekore is a deity believed to have supernatural powers that are capable of ushering peace and abundant blessings to Iwaroka. Led by the chief priest, accompanied by a virgin, as well as the regent of the town, Adeke Miomanipola, the people trekked up the hills some 500 meters away from the town, where the shrine is situated, to appease to the spirit of Anyekore.
And the prayer is we only use white ram. It's not a festival that we use human being. We use ram to appease the god.
We'll give permission for the king, the Kabiyesi, that you have the right to come out to the stage and pray for your people.
And back in the palace, the regent hosted masquerades and other cultural groups who came to pay homage. Addressing the people of the town, the regent appealed for cultural reawakening as a cure for modern-day conflicts.
A lot of developments happening in our community. Unlike before, people don't even want to come home for the festival.
When we promote our culture, it shows we are involved, it shows we are part of that community, we are part of that society.
It was a unique festival. Keep them coming. Oko Irese is located in Oyo State. The sleepy community was agog with celebration when its new traditional ruler was installed. The installation was done at the palace of the Shoun of Ogbomosho, Oba Oladuni Oyewumi Ajagungbade III. Let's hear from Shola Wahid what else took place on that day.
Celebration was preceded by a series of traditional rites which lasted for about 7 days. It was a memorable period indeed for the people of the land as they all came out en masse to celebrate a new era in the land, dancing around town in different ashwebi, while the hunters were not left out in their display of ceremonial gunshots. Born in 1963, Oba Solomon Oyeyode III could not hold back his joy.
Because I find that thousands of our youths moving around, not doing anything. So one of my cardinal programs, one of my cardinal focus is to develop our youths. That with our youths are properly engaged.
His family, friends, and well-wishers also expressed their happiness.
I've proposed to work with them in harmony.
My prayer for him to be the best king ever produced by Hoko.
He's very industrious, a gentleman to the call, very polite man.
Oba Solomon was crowned at the palace of Shaun with prayers to rule peacefully. The day also coincided with the coronation of a new Olugban of Orilegban, where Oba Francis Olushola Alao Akimbola I was installed as the new traditional ruler.
I'm happy because God has brought peace, progress to this environment. I want this place to turn to industrial environment, industrial community.
Congrats to the new traditional ruler. May your reign be long and peaceful. Moving on to the next page, we will be finding out crucial and touching details about saving our sight and a life. But before that, another break.
From what we have seen, we have the capacity which we can rapidly develop or feed in ourselves. If we don't import rice, we stopped importing corn and other grains, Nigeria would have plenty of money to invest into developing industries, especially manufacturing, textiles and so on, and develop iron and steel, and complement the infrastructure development. So really, the opportunities are virtually limitless, and we are very, very aware of this, and we are prepared to exploit it to the fullest.
The Executive Secretary of PTAD announces the commencement of the first phase of the verification exercise for civil service pensioners under the Defined Benefit Scheme DBS in the Southwest Zone. The verification exercise is scheduled to hold as follows: Oshogbo, Adebimpe Event Center, Mosab Mega Hall, Ado-Ekiti, YGL Event Center, Akure, Ondo State International Culture and Event Center. Date 14th to 18th August 2017. Pensioners are advised to come along with their necessary documents as advertised in the following dailies: The Nigerian Tribune, The Nation, This Date, and Daily Times of Monday, 7th August 2017. For more information, visit our website on www.ptad.gov.ng. Call PTAD toll-free number 0800 call PTAD or 0800 22557823. For the pensioners in Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos states, the dates and locations will be released in due course. Signed, Management.
Calm down. The movie I'm downloading is on 95%. It's still on. Eh?
Introducing Airtel Unlimited Data Plans. Get Unlimited 10 for 10,000 Naira. Get Unlimited 15 for 15,000 Naira. And Unlimited 20 for 20,000 Naira. Unlimited data. Unlimited you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Our job is not about us. It's about them. It's all about staying focused under pressure. So a headache, no way. When in pain, tough people rely on Panadol Extra. Panadol Extra, giving you pain-relieving power. When pain is gone, life takes its place.
I need a product that I can really trust to restore my skin's natural fairness.
Nivea Natural Fairness Body Lotion with an innovative formula containing unique berry extracts to visibly lighten and care for your skin.
Hello, you must be here to pick up your sister. Mommy? Wow, you have the most beautiful glowing skin.
Now I have visibly fairer skin, making me feel younger.
Nivea Natural Fairness Body Lotion for visibly fairer skin. Nivea.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is working to ensure access to safe, good quality essential medicines with the World Health Organization pre-qualification of made in Nigeria pharmaceutical products, stiffer penalties for fake drug offenders with a review of NAFDAC laws, national, regional, and international collaborations, cutting-edge technologies, including the mobile authentication service.
NAFDAC as an agency is indeed doing so much to protect the health of our nation. I urge everyone to support NAFDAC in ridding the country of fake drugs and unwholesome products.
Let us support NAFDAC to win the war against fake drugs and other unwholesome regulated products. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
Oh, and she does it. Oh, she looks so terrific.
Second goal for Canada. One last chance to launch a massive one. Oh, my goodness me.
absolutely beautiful. That's another championship record. All-star once again in the throws.
But Bolt's already smiling. Dare we ever doubt him? 19.56. Usain Bolt is just unstoppable.
Welcome back. It can cause what the layman terms sudden blindness, but blindness caused by glaucoma, doctors say, is not sudden. It is gradual with symptoms that go unnoticed, and the result is irreversible blindness. What should you know about glaucoma? Causes, prevention, treatment, and cure? Joy Ken Abakboya reports.
Experts say it's a disease that damages the eye optic nerve. It occurs when fluid builds up in the front part of the eye. This fluid, according to experts, increases pressure in the eye, resulting in damage.
Some would present with symptoms, but the common glaucoma, which is the primary pulmonary glaucoma, usually would be symptomless and is usually picked on routine examination. For people who begin to develop symptoms, these already have more than 50% of the nerve fibers lost to the disease.
The disease can affect both male and female.
It's a disease that ranges across all age groups. So you can have congenital glaucoma, children are born with it. And then you can have glaucoma as well in older children, juvenile glaucoma. Then we can have the adult onset glaucoma.
Health statistics reveal that over 1.8 million Nigerians above 40 years suffer from glaucoma, with more than 360,000 of this number blind in both eyes.
The cause of glaucoma remains basically unknown, still unknown. And that's the key thing. If the cause of a disease is yet unidentified, then a cure cannot be found. That is why till date there is no absolute cure for glaucoma. What is done is to control the disease. Control is such that individuals who get the disease can have meaningful vision for as long as they are alive.
Risk factors include diabetes, hypothyroidism, nearsightedness, and eye injuries. Ophthalmologists say early diagnosis and proper treatment can slow progression of glaucoma. They also say untreated glaucoma slowly leads to vision loss, insisting that blindness from the disease is irreversible.
We advise that you should have your eyes checked once, at least once a year, for people over 40. And then for people younger than that, at least you should have your eyes checked once. And if it's checked once and everything is found to be normal, then the ophthalmologist would advise accordingly. So parents will take their kids for an eye check. And this is especially more important in people who have been diagnosed with glaucoma.
It's becoming a sing-song. Prevention remains the best cure, even with glaucoma. A teenager, Roland Sunday, is battling between life and death following the failure of his 2 kidneys. Sylvester Imohwede reports that the sum of 12 million naira is required for the replacement of his kidneys in an overseas hospital.
Roland Sunday Ejiro-Gene, a 20-year-old 300-level student of English Department, Delta State University, Abraka, is battling for life, resulting from renal failure. He was diagnosed of the disease in December 2016 at the military hospital Benin, before he was referred to University of Benin Teaching Hospital and then to the Ira Specialist Teaching Hospital, where he is being managed and is under dialysis 2 to 3 times weekly, which cost 120,000 naira to 150,000 naira. The nephrologist, Dr. Mrs. Abebaku Folashade, in charge of Roland's case, said the only way the life of Roland can be saved is through a kidney transplant in India, and about 12 million naira is required.
His kidneys are not functioning properly, both kidneys, so they cannot excrete the waste products. They need a lot of support. Without the renal transplants, he cannot, the life cannot be sustained.
Roland's father, a sergeant in the Nigerian army, Sunday Ogosomo, said Since last year, he's been battling to save the life of his son, adding that he has spent all he has, and now about 12 million naira is required for kidney transplants. He then appealed to the government, religious groups, corporate organizations, and individuals to assist to raise the money so that the life of his son can be saved.
It costs us 120 to 150,000 naira for dialysis in every week. We cannot be able to afford that such money. No help has been coming from nobody. But please rise up and assist us so that Roland will not die.
Million naira is all that's required. Let's save a soul. We will not round off without stepping down for the last break. Don't move. We'll be right back after this break.
I feel alive, so alive when I'm with my best friends, indulging my G exotic taste of paradise, irresistible. Everywhere I go, G exotic. Nothing makes my drink more than when the mixer is delightful. G exotic, and after a long day, I wanna relax with the taste of my G exotic. Yeah, sinking and get lost. Taste of relaxation. Too good not to share. The taste of perfection. Oh, say I love the taste of G exotic. I love the taste of G exotic. Love the taste of G exotic. Nothing like the taste of my G exotic. I love the taste of G exotic. Nothing like the taste of my G exotic.
Oh, I love the taste.
G exotic nectar. I love the taste.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria, unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
And welcome back. Remains of former Deputy Governor of Bauchi State and one of the founding fathers of the All Progressive Congress APC, Alhaji Garuba Gadi, has been buried at his hometown. Adamu Haruna Adams reports that Governor Mohammed Abubakar of Bauchi State extols the sterling qualities of the deceased.
The late former Deputy Governor of Bauchi State and stalwart of the All Progressive Congress APC, Alhaji Garuba Gadi, died in India on the 1st of August 2017, where he had been receiving treatment. The funeral for the late Garuba Gadi, which took place at the palace of the Emir of Katagum in Azare, Bauchi State, was attended by the incumbent governor of Bauchi State, Mohammed Abubakar, and many personalities.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
The corpse of the deceased has since been buried according to Islamic rite. Meanwhile, Governor Mohammed Abubakar has also commiserated with the family of the deceased, the people of Bauchi State in general and Katagum Emirate in particular, over the demise of the prominent politician. Governor Mohammed Abubakar describes the late former deputy governor as a highly principled, honest and trustworthy politician who is worthy of emulation.
We should bring this into the politics of Nigeria. It is the only way that democracy will take root. When you believe in a fact, stay with that fact. Don't allow any pressure to shift you from your stance. We must take principled stands. Our parties must be determined by the policies of laid down by those parties, and we must stick to these policies.
He further prayed for repose of the soul of the deceased. Late Garuba Gadi is survived by 3 wives and 15 children, among other relations.
Soul rests in perfect peace. Amen. This is where we end Newsline tonight. Thanks for staying on the line. We'll be back next week with another interesting package just for you. Until then, have a fruitful week and God bless Nigeria.